You can gain money and you can lose money. You can gain money, you can lose money, but you can never gain more time.
All right, welcome to the Time Millionaire Podcast. My name's Taha,
And my name is Jim.
and we're the Time Millionaires.
So basically, a time millionaire is somebody. It's us. We are time millionaire. We're young, and we just take advantage of the time and opportunities that we have for the future.
Yeah, and so I know a lot of y'all like being a Time Millionaire, just like more in depth to me. It's, because we are young and we have time, like you can take like a risk on yourself and, go chase after your dreams.
Yeah.
I think that's one big thing, like we both been working really hard to like get towards, like especially in the last year. Because especially like just like with our lives, like a year can change a lot.
Yeah.
And I think that's like that's like one thing I feel like people don't realize. Like everybody is so used to, just they're used to their own schedule and like their own system. They don't really like to change. And like if you just kind of take those risks and just try different things, you'll find out what you want to do and like you'll like kind of find a purpose and like more happiness. I feel like, and being a time millionaire is like. Time is the one thing that's like your biggest asset right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
yeah.
right now, like most of us don't have money. Most of us or like have a lot of money or have a lot of different types of things. So like time is the one thing that you can not afford to lose, but like, if you make a mistake, you'll have the time to make up for it and grow.
Yeah, I think what you meant was like time is our biggest hedge. Like no matter how old you are, if you're still alive, time is your greatest asset because that's one of the things that you can't really like you can gain money and you can lose money, you can gain money, you can lose money, but you can never gain more time. You only lose time as you get older. So the younger you are, the more valuable your time is. Like for example, think about it, right? Warren Buffett, he's 90 years old.
Yeah.
You're 19 years old. He's a billionaire. You're not a billionaire. But I guarantee you, he would pay all of the money he has just to be your age in this time and day.
Yeah, and I think a big thing is like because there's like a process like to life and like because if everybody was like successful, then success wouldn't mean anything, right? It's like trusting like like I know people say trust your process, but like loving the grind of it and like when you're young, like you don't know what's gonna happen, so just like learning to love every minute of like that process is really important.
Yeah.
And so I think like with this podcast especially is like something that I really like about it is we can all kind of grow together. So like you guys will see us get better. You'll see our setbacks and whatever problems we have, but you'll see us get through it. And in that like same light, like hopefully you guys will be able to learn and grow with us.
Yeah.
Based on just like the things we talk about. We like talking about business and stuff a lot. Like obviously like stocks and crypto and real estate and all that good shit. But I think you guys will like. We'll talk about a lot of things that just relate to like people's lives.
Yeah, business, life. Sometimes we get real deep. Sometimes we get shallow. So like we just
be ready for it.
We hit a broad spectrum of things, but it all kind of funnels down towards being taking advantage of the time you have and just being. I wouldn't say young because technically, our age, yes, we're time millionaires, but somebody who's 40 years old also has a lot more time to look forward for in life. But I would say the younger you are, the more valuable your time is, if we're going to be honest.
And so, like, definitely we're talking about relationships. We talk about, we were talking about religion a little bit. Like, we'll definitely, there's a lot of stuff that you guys can hear. And I know a big thing, moving forward, definitely want to have, like, we have a lot of special guests who are doing a lot of cool things.
A lot of smart people.
Yeah, and especially like when it comes to business, I think big things like because they're all young and they're not doing like something that's super traditional. Like they're very entrepreneurial and like have different things they want to work on. And I think it's like great, like it'll be great motivation for a lot of us. Like if you don't know what you're doing, like I don't know what I want to do. I don't think you really have an idea of really what you want to do either. Like so, just having that motivation, inspiration to see what other people your age are doing.
Yeah.
I think it's about to be lit.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think just getting into it, just like y'all, so like know more about us for real. I was like, how has this like last year kind of treated you?
For me, well, I would say before I talk about myself, I know this last year for everybody has been kind of a roller coaster ride because of the pandemic and all of that. But personally, for me, this year has treated me fairly well. My family members have been safe and nobody has really gotten too sick. And also it was a time of personal growth, a lot. Cause a year ago, I had nowhere near the same amount of knowledge that I have now. You know what I mean?
Bro.
So yeah, a lot more knowledge and a lot more just a lot more understanding of how things work in life. So this year has been a blessing for me.
I get, and the thing is, like, a lot of, like, I don't want to, like, come off, like, make this come off the wrong way, but, like, this was, like, a really terrible year for a lot of people, especially, like, I have family, like, in different countries. COVID is still a big thing in, like, India and places like that. So, like, praying for all of them. But it has been, like, a really, for me, like, my personal life has been a really good year for me. Just because, like, I've been able to get into, like, a lot of different things that, like, like, I normally wouldn't have. Because, I'm real, like, lazy when it comes, like, if I got school, like, in person, like, I'm tired. I'm not trying to do that much. So, it's, like, having that extra free time, to get into, like, stocks and, like, other types of ways to, like, make money. And, like, I've started to find things I really enjoy. Even on the creative side, like, with videography and stuff that I want to pursue a lot more. So, like, that's been really good. And just, like, kind of you get to, like, take everything in. You become more grateful for what you have. But, like, you learn to, like, change your mindset. Like, everything can really be a blessing if you wanted to. It can be terrible if you wanted to.
Oh, yeah. It's all about perspective, how you take it.
For sure, because, like, I've been able to get closer with, like, my family, like, or, like, especially, like, my siblings. Like, bro, we used to, like, be fighting all the time. Like, and I know that happens to a lot of people. And, like, I thought it was going to get worse, but being around them more, like, you learn to appreciate everything. So this last year, like, 6 months ago, working at Macy's and all this stuff, I did not know what I wanted to do. Like, I thought I wanted to be a doctor or, like, physician assistant or something. Stressed out because I realized I hated blood. I hated all that stuff. I can't do it. So, like, I was so stressed. And now it's like I'm much happier.
Yeah.
I would say, like, I figured out what I kind of want to do, and I've taken a lot of steps to, like, get towards my goals. I know for you too, like, you, like, professionally and stuff, like, or, however you want to get into, like, what's your, like, goals and stuff. Like, we're in pretty similar positions, working the same place. Like, how did your, like, I feel like you're in a really, like, different position now. Like, how do you think it all kind of started and, like, changed?
What do you mean?
Like, even, like, because with you, like, okay, when it comes to, like, your, like, financial, like, business, like, knowledge and all that, like, what kind of sparked that change in you? Like, how do you think you kind of, like, grew to what you are now?
Yeah, because I've always been, and I'm still very intrigued by medicine and how all of that works. But I would say I started really getting into finance literally a year and a half ago. Once when the pandemic actually started last year.
Bro, that's weird. It's been that long. What, April 2019?
No.
Nah, that joint was April or May.
It was March.
Oh, March 2019?
March 2020. No.
No, it was 2019.
We graduated 2019, bro.
Shit, you right.
Yeah. So, March 2022. 2020. A year and a half ago, because we're in June now.
Yeah.
So, that's when I first got into finances. But my older brother has always been, like, into finance and money and all of that. So, like, I would say he's lightly influenced me just a little bit. But I appreciate you if you see this. Shout
out Charles.
He has had a small influence on that. But I took the first initiative. It was my freshman year. It was in March when everything started shutting down a little bit. And then I saw something on, like, TikTok about a stock.
Yeah.
I had never seen a stock before. I was like, I knew what a stock was. Yeah, but I wasn't, like, really into it. So then I saw something about mask prices are going to go up because at that time everything was crashing. So then I was like, oh, okay, biomedical things are going to go up. So I was like, okay, let me just put $50 in here and then see what happens. I put $50. I didn't even check it. Like, I wouldn't even check it. I would just throw it in there, check it. So then I did that. Then I wasn't really consistent with it. About, like, 6 months went by up until November, actually. So, like, I didn't check it the whole summer. And I know that summer was a crazy bull run because a lot of things went up.
You were up, OC?
I checked in September. I had turned, I think, $50 into 200, something like that. So
That's not bad. Yeah, no, that's sweet.
I had like pretty good returns, but it was a small amount of money. Mm-hmm. So then I get the job at Macy's. We get the job at Macy's. Then I start working. I saved up a good amount of money. So I was like, for 2021, I want to learn how to invest into stocks, like actually take it seriously. Mm-hmm. So then I put money in there, and I started like I was just like a sponge, just every day. And then I got into a cycle where literally my YouTube stocks, TikTok stocks.
Bro, it really creeps me out how they do that though. I'm not gonna lie. Because they weird. Really tracking your whole life. Yeah. But
it helped me because I would say you can also control it, because now I don't get as many stocks anymore because I don't need to click on it because I have enough knowledge. But I was appreciative that the content just kept getting pushed out to me, because then I started learning slowly, and then after like 3 months, I would say I'm like
locked in.
I'm locked in. I know a lot about finances. I'm not super into like the PE ratios, all of that. I haven't learned that because I'm not a finance major. Mm-hmm. I don't plan on being one, but I think it's very important for people our age to be at least financially literate. You don't have to be financially free right now.
Cause I feel like people don't they're kind of scared to talk about money in a way, not scared, but a lot of adults don't talk about it. It's not a good thing, cause it can.
And that's why I'm grateful that me and my parents we're pretty transparent with it. So
yeah, it's my dad doesn't like that I'm focused around money. It's I'm definitely I've always just liked it since I was a kid. Yeah. But I think stocks, because you put me on to stocks, it definitely, and but I was really wild I kind of started how I put in $200, and I think it went up to $350, $380, something like that. Yeah. And then shout out my man's boy, because he started me off with options, and I know you know this, but I basically bet $1,000. I would have lost it all, and it was gonna be in a week. And for y'all that don't know what
that's crazy.
Yeah, for y'all that don't know what options are, it's a riskier way of doing stocks where you can technically own 100 shares of a company. It's the right to own 100 shares.
It's a good way to leverage your
leverage your investment and your money. But the thing is, if the price isn't at where you kind of projected it to be by a certain date, the stock price, then all your money's gone. Yeah. So I invested $1,000, and I probably had less than 3-4K to my name. So it was a good amount of money for me. Yeah. And I luckily made probably $300. And off that, I was bro, money's easy. I'm about to be rich. All that, everything was sweet. Yeah. Because then there was another stock called DocuSign, and that I got in. I don't know what possessed me to do this, but I put in $1,500. Same thing. The option was gonna expire in a week, so if it didn't hit the price I was gonna hit, I would have lost all my money. But it was so weird because I made 2K, and I'm very transparent, so y'all gonna always know the numbers.
Wait, 2K in profit?
I made 2K profit, 2.2K in profit in 20 minutes.
Oh my god!
Because literally, DocuSign, I bought in. I think it was at 220, and then earnings that came out, and basically they beat earnings. It went from 220 to 248 or 250 or something in the blink of an eye, and it wasn't super volatile before that. So the volatility was crazy.
Oh my!
So I made a lot of money, and then I was everything was sweet, and then I lost $1,700 in a week. Because I was just doing everything.
You started doing trades.
That was big, but that kind of it sparked my interest. I was bro, I know people are making money now. I know people can do it, and I think me and you, I think I tried to get you to do options later, and now you kind of.
The very first time you told me to do options, I lost all my money.
Yeah.
So I was I'm never doing this again.
It's OC risky, but I think now you're definitely on a.
Oh yeah,
I started off very risky, and now I've mellowed out. Mm-hmm. I feel you weren't as risky, and now you're just
I just keep getting risky.
He doesn't give a damn, bro.
I don't even care anymore.
Yeah,
but I guess when you get scared, money doesn't make more money, so just throw it out there. And the way I think about it, my life is changing.
It's different.
Yeah. So basically, and it all ties back down to the notion of being a time millionaire, because. Mm-hmm. At my age, I'm 20. Well, you also got to be smart. But I'm 20. I can afford to lose the amount of money that I would, not right now, but like I can afford to lose the amount of money that I've lost, that I could have lost in the past, like 6 months ago, because I could make that right back throughout the span of my life. So like, you know what I mean? So like, in the grand scheme of things, what's really 1,000? 1,000 or 2,000 is not really a lot in the grand scheme of things.
Because the way I look at it too is like, this is like a big thing, and even with like AMC and like all these like risky companies right now, I'm not going to tell like, oh wait, we're not a financial advisor. That's what everybody says. Like I would never tell anybody like put all your money in it, right? But like even some of my friends who like have been like, oh, should I get into it? The way I'll explain it is like AMC could potentially like hit hundreds of dollars or to thousands of dollars, right? Yeah. And so you're over here like you don't want to lose like $30, and like if you bought 3 shares, lose $90, right? Yeah. You can make $90 back in like 2 days at a minimum wage job. Yeah. But that 90 or those 3 shares could make you like $1,000 or $2,000. So like, is the risk to reward is worth it? And when you have time, the reward can be so high.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, why not like take that risk and bet on yourself? Even when it comes to business and like other things, like you can fail. Like a lot of people don't get rich even till like their 30s, 40s. So like,
well, I think that's most people don't.
Most people. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Like that's like the way I like look at life. It's like, bro, like even with you, like when it came to track, right? Like I feel like now, like you got in like a way better position because when you were in high school, you started track really late, and like just one action when you just get started, like can just change like the trajectory of your life.
Yeah, started track.
OC.
Almost, I was almost a state champion in the high jump, but it was just I started so late, and I was high jumping with sprint spikes on. For people that run track, sprint spikes are not made for high jump at all. I still find a way to be second.
Bro, he's a raw athlete, bro. Like, and it's crazy.
Yeah, just keep working. Time is just such. Oh, you can't just say time. I would say there's 2 things. There's three things that lead to like success, especially at a young age. And I think we both have that kind of. So like time, preparation, and drive. When those three things align, success is just gonna flow out of nowhere. So like, because just when you stay prepared, and you have the opportunity, that's when luck comes, right?
Luck is when opportunity means like when opportunity meets like
preparation.
Yeah, I messed that up so bad, but you got it.
Yeah, luck is when opportunity meets preparation. Well, luck to people, because to you, to me, I always know that I'm going to be successful, and I'm pretty sure you think like that as well. So now, once everything aligns properly and it blows up,
it's a matter of when.
Yeah, to you, you're not even that surprised. You're like, I knew this was going to happen. Now, you're happy it happened, but you knew it was going to happen. To everybody else, it's like, wow, he got so lucky. That's crazy. How, like, he didn't even, you know what I mean? But for the people that actually know you and see the work you put in, you can just be proud of them.
Because it's like what you're saying, like, you got to see your vision. Yeah. Like, and once you got it, like, but like for me, like, I'm not going to say I always knew I was going to, like, have, or like, be rich or be successful, like, in the past. But now it's like, you can't tell me I'm not going to. It's like the way I look at life, like, I feel like anybody can be good at anything. You gotta like put the time in, and now like once you see it's possible, like a lot of people don't try because like you don't know it's possible, and like that's why like I really like I think it's great to just meet and talk to different people and like see what they're doing, because if you don't like exposure leads to expansion. That's like a quote I always see everywhere. It's like if you're the only person in your town, like everybody in your town is like it hasn't done anything great. You're not going to do anything great either because you don't even know that you can. You're going to put yourself in that box and you never leave in that box. Like, that's just how it's going to be. Yep. So it's like, that's why I always just reach out. I think, like, that's another reason, like, the whole pandemic and quarantine was good because, like, I was able to talk to different people, like, who I never would have spoken to over Instagram and all that. It's like, bro, like, you can do it. Like,
wow.
Yeah.
I didn't think you could meet new people during the pandemic throughout Instagram, but that's interesting. Like, because I definitely did.
Because the way I am is like, people will be posting, like, I'll slide up. Like, I always try to, like, make conversation. Especially if I think they're doing something cool. So it's like, with me, it's like, okay, boom, I'm going to do it. Shoot my shot.
Yeah.
Not in that way. But I'm going to reach out. That's it for us today. Thank y'all for rocking with us.
Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, we have a lot coming soon. So if there's anything you guys want to talk about, any topics, whatever, hit us up. I'm going to put our Instagram and all our contact information in the description or whatever. So we have a lot coming. If there's anything you need, we can find the people, who know about it. We'll do the research. Like, we got y'all. We all going to grow together.
Yeah. We don't know all the answers, but we got you. For what we know, we're going to let you know what we can.
That's a fact. So, yeah, Time Millionaires, we out. Have a great day, y'all.
I'm $100 billion child. I was born to live it wild. Yeah. Running to the race every day, bands on me.